CapitalTech Revenue Sharing Tokens Video Presentation. Introduction. CapitalTech is at the forefront of a new era in investing, offering innovative solutions tailored to the evolving needs of modern investors. One of its flagship innovations is the Revenue Sharing Token, a digital asset issued on blockchain that represents a share of the revenue generated by a specific project or investment. In simpler terms, when you purchase a CapitalTech Revenue Sharing Token, you are buying a fraction of the future revenue streams of an underlying venture. This model merges the security of traditional finance with the efficiency of blockchain technology, creating a professional, engaging, and easy-to-understand investment experience for participants. Problem statement. Traditional investments often come with significant limitations that can frustrate modern investors. For one, they typically require substantial capital or are limited to elite groups, which restricts accessibility for many people. These investments, e.g., private equity or real estate, also tend to be illiquid. Selling your stake can be slow and cumbersome, locking in your money for long periods. Moreover, returns for investors are usually tied to net profits or stock price performance, which can be irregular and opaque. A company might reinvest earnings or delay dividends, meaning investors see little reward if profit margins are thin or management chooses not to pay out. All these factors highlight the need for a more inclusive, liquid, and transparent investment model. Solution. CapitalTech's tokenization model directly addresses these issues. By converting investment agreements into digital tokens on a blockchain, CapitalTech enables fractional ownership of assets. Investors can buy small, affordable portions of an opportunity, dramatically lowering entry barriers and opening access to a wider audience. Because these tokens are recorded on a blockchain, they can be traded easily on approved marketplaces, enhancing liquidity in markets that were once hard to exit. Each CapitalTech token is backed by a legally binding contract, such as a promissory note or a revenue sharing agreement, ensuring a predictable and structured return mechanism for investors. Smart contracts automate the collection and distribution of revenue shares, providing transparency and efficiency with no manual intervention. In short, CapitalTech's model offers the accessibility, liquidity, and transparency that traditional investments lack, all within a secure, compliant framework that protects investor interests. How it works. Let's walk through the step-by-step process of revenue sharing tokenization and how CapitalTech makes it work for you. Issuance. CapitalTech structures the investment as a digital token offering. Revenue sharing tokens are issued on the blockchain via smart contracts, which later automate revenue distribution. Investment. Investors participate by purchasing these tokens using cryptocurrency or fiat money. Each token represents a stake in the project's future revenue. Revenue sharing. As the underlying project or company generates revenue, a predefined percentage of that gross revenue is allocated to token holders. This percentage and terms are set up front during issuance. Distribution. The smart contract automatically distributes the allotted revenue share to all token holders, typically in real time or at set intervals. This process is transparent and requires no middlemen. Trading. Your tokens are digital assets that can be bought or sold on compatible exchanges or secondary markets that support CapitalTech's tokens. If you choose to exit your investment, or if new investors want to join, the blockchain platform provides liquidity by facilitating these trades. Through these steps, CapitalTech ensures a user-friendly and automated process. Blockchain and smart contracts reduce friction and error, making the investment experience straightforward and reliable. Features and benefits. CapitalTech's approach merges traditional investing with the power of blockchain, empowering investors with enhanced access, transparency, and returns. Key advantages. Accessibility and fractional ownership. Start with a modest investment and still participate in high-value ventures. CapitalTech tokens lower the barrier to entry and make elite opportunities more accessible. Liquidity and flexibility. Unlike traditional private investments that lock up your money, these tokens are tradable on approved secondary markets. Sell or buy as needed. Transparent automated payouts. Smart contracts ensure clear and automatic revenue sharing. Verified distributions on the public ledger with no delays or manual errors. Steady income stream. Because payouts are based on gross revenue, not just profits, investors enjoy a more consistent return. Even in lower profit periods, you still get your share of revenue. Aligned interests. Win-win. Revenue-sharing tokens align investor success with business success. Both parties benefit as revenue grows. Regulated and secure. CapitalTech operates within legal frameworks, SEC-regulated exemptions for U.S. and international investors. Tokens are backed by real contracts and protected by blockchain security. Revenue model and investor returns. CapitalTech's revenue-sharing model clearly defines how money flows back to investors. A predetermined portion of the project's gross revenue, such as a percentage of monthly sales, is set aside for token holders. Whenever the project earns revenue, the smart contract automatically calculates each investor's share and distributes it in stablecoin or another agreed-upon currency. No waiting for quarterly reports or dividend approvals. If the project makes money, you get paid in near real time. This means your returns are tied to revenue growth. If the venture thrives, your payout increases. If it slows down, you still receive your agreed share. Investors appreciate this model. An industry survey reported a 25% increase in investor satisfaction with revenue-sharing tokens compared to traditional equity investments. The bottom line, CapitalTech's tokens offer the potential for regular income and upside growth, giving investors immediate and tangible rewards. Market opportunity. The market for tokenized assets and revenue-sharing investments is growing rapidly. A Boston Consulting Group report predicts that asset tokenization could reach $16 trillion by 2030, roughly 10% of global GDP. Some estimates are even higher, suggesting a $68 trillion market. Why? Because vast amounts of wealth are locked in illiquid assets like real estate and private businesses. Tokenization unlocks these assets by making them divisible and liquid. The industry is gaining momentum. More platforms and investors are embracing digital securities, and regulatory frameworks are adapting. CapitalTech is an early mover in this financial revolution. For investors, this means a ground floor opportunity to enter a market with massive growth potential. Compliance and security. Trust is key in financial innovation. CapitalTech ensures strict regulatory and security measures to protect investors. Call to action. CapitalTech's revenue-sharing tokens represent a new paradigm in investing, combining the steady income potential of revenue sharing with blockchain flexibility. If you want passive income from real business revenues and to be part of this financial revolution, now is the time to act. Visit capitaltech.exchange to learn more and start investing today.